again, same day, or second day, I'm about to call it quits. And it's been kind of interesting. I've spent some time in cramped spaces and having to make some decisions. Let me show you what's going on. If you take a look, I've opened up the lazarette back here and emptied all that material out of there so I can get to the back half of the engine. I've disconnected the exhaust, which is right behind there. The exhaust riser is right behind. I've had to cut these control cables because there's just too much trouble getting them loose, and they're not going to be used again anyway. There's a bitter end of one of them. Disconnected the Racor fuel filter. Disconnected the oil bulkhead mounted oil filters. I've also started working on the compressor. I don't know if you can see it back there, that green thing back there. That's the compressor that doesn't seem to be working well. And this funny looking red elbow with the white, muddy white, is the exhaust that I'm going to have to take off. What's remaining is this is the positive wire and the negative wire and the wiring harness back there. That needs to be disconnected, but and of course down here the transmission. I'm sitting on the deck now, the V drive, and of course here's the shaft. I think we're within just undoing the motor mounts and grabbing hold of the engine and pulling her out. It may, obviously it's always more involved than what you think it is, but you know, that's just the way it is. Whenever you start one of these things, it always takes twice as long as you intended, and there's always, you need another tool, or you need another part or something, or you drop something. And yes, I've dropped screwdrivers and wrenches and all sorts of things. All these tools over here, I've dropped them all. Not all of them, but, and they all right to the bottom of the bilge or under the engine, so you have to go crawling for them. So I think I'm going to call it quits for today. I need to reattach the bilge pump in case I made a hole in something. Oh, I drained the raw water system. The oil I pumped out with my pump, and I've got a bag of rags here. This is full of oil as well. You know, it's just wrong to throw oil in the water. I don't like it doing it, so I soak it up, sop it up as best I can, and throw it in the oily waste. You could probably get away with it, but it's just wrong. Anyway, I have a similar concern with the antifreeze. I have a top tank, which is full, so there's probably 2 gallons of antifreeze ready to go, and I need to check and see where I can dump that. But all the fittings are loose, and it's ready to pull. I'm going to come and do some odds and ends tomorrow and take a long, hard look at the wiring harness, and then tomorrow is Sunday, and I've got all next week. So have a good one. Stay in touch.